G'day, welcome to Mark and Sam After Work. Today I've got a rifle tip for everybody. Now this is something for, it's for bore sighting your rifle scope. And it sort of suits in all sorts of forms. To start off with, bore sighting is the first step in sighting in your scope to sight in your rifle. And what we're actually talking about bore sighting is lining up where the bore is pointing to where the scope is pointing and getting that as close as possible. I've shown before how to do that, and that involves removing your bolt and sighting down the bore and looking to where your scope's set up and sighting down your scope. And that's the beginning of zeroing your scope. Now what I'm actually talking about there, well, if I have a look in this situation, is that to look through the bore, to actually go and look through the bore, I can't see through there. Now, this is in the road. This is adjustable cheek riser. In some places they aren't adjustable. In most places they're adjustable, or you've got to remove them, pull them out, so you're going to pull them to pieces to look around your bore. And if you've got an adjustable butt pad, this stock is a Manners stock. It had a low butt pad. It wouldn't have been a problem. I could have taken this out and I could have sighted down the bore from behind. The scenario with, and the reason I've got this one here, is I went through the process of making this rifle shoot as flat. It shot very well in the form it was. It's a 7mm rem mag. It was built by APRS, Manners stock. And then I started to modify things to make it from shooting really, really well to shooting better, and doing the little bits and pieces in the R&D that I tend to go through. And apart from messing around with different bipods and bits and pieces, this is all done a fair few years ago now, the bit I ended up with was raising the butt pad. The way I did that was quite simply. I cut off the molded butt pad that was there, put on a larger butt pad that raised it up, and so I'm getting this straight line of push down the barrel that goes to where my collarbone is sitting right here directly behind that barrel. So I give it, there's no muzzle rise at all, it comes straight back onto me. So it was the last little detail I did. But in doing that, it meant to actually bore sight, I really can't without pulling the rifle to people, without unscrewing that, taking that off the back there, taking this out. There's a reasonable amount of work to do rather than just removing the bolt. So what did I started to do a fair few years ago, and this is from something that was actually given to me, but it's something you can purchase to get elsewhere, was this little thing here. Now this is a dentist mirror. They come on a little frame that's got a little screw. I've got a couple of them. The gentleman said that he gets them all the time. His dentist, he had a lot of dental work, and his dentist gives him these little mirrors. When they're worn out, he likes to have them, gives them to people, uses them for different things. I use them on the rifle. I found they're really, really good. There's all sorts of places a little nice mirror like this can work really well. It's probably been in 10,000 mouths or something like that, but anyway, it's washed and clean now. But the way I use it is to get around exactly this situation here. I tend to find there's a way I can sit the mirror in a position, I'll do the little dance around, yeah, about like that there. You see that mirror sitting in there? I'll do a close-up of that. And that lets me look from over there. I'll turn the rifle around. Now this has got no bolt in it, so it's nice and safe, but I'll show you the position I tend to be looking from. Now I can look around here until I find, there it is, the bore. So I can look like that straight down my bore and see my bore exactly where that bore is pointing. And then I come round to the back of the rifle and then I can see exactly where. So I generally set this up on one of my bag bases so I can zero it in exactly where I want. And then I have this little mirror in here that then I can look through there and actually do there to there. And I can bore sight without pulling my rifle to pieces at all. I'll turn that back around so you can see once again where it is I'm talking about. These little mirrors, they'll tend to sit in somewhere or other. Sometimes you might need to put a little bit of blue tack on there or that sort of stuff. I've never had to be truthful, but I'm sure that would answer it. Generally, I can find a position, and whether my eye is over here or over here, wherever it is, get to a point where I can see, and then I've got my bore sight. Just have a little mirror that's in there, not have to pull the rifle apart at all, apart from pulling the bolt out, And on something like this, which you'd have to unscrew it, on some rifles you don't have that choice at all. You couldn't get to that place at all. In some cases you're having to unwind and get your cheek riser right out of the road, or you're having to, you know, if in other rifles when you've got a folding stock, okay, it's all very simple. When all this stuff is out of the road, it's all very simple. But the moment you've got this extra work to do and all you require is a little thing like this, then go down to the range, go to your 100 yard range with a good bore sight. You'll only be an inch or two off your target at 100 yards, adjust on there, and then it's good to go. But anyway, listen, that's my little clip, my little tip for today. A little dentist mirror this is. I'm sure other things would do it. This little angle and all that sort of stuff of a dentist mirror has worked really well for me. Truthfully, I haven't tried anything else. I've got a couple just like this, and I just find the one I grab first. But really good. They really work well for me. Thank you for the man that gave Frank, the man that gave it to me. Thank you very much. And yeah, worked out really well for me. So I thought I'd pass it on to you. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking in. We'll catch you next time.